You know that feeling when you hear a super famous song on the radio, but the words are completely different and totally hilarious? Well, that's a parody song. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the art of the funny remix.
Come on, I'm willing to bet you've done this, right? Just messing around with your friends. But what happens when you take that idea and turn it into a real art form? That's exactly what we're going to get into.
All right, first things first. What even is a parody? Let's get right into it and figure out what makes these songs actually work.
Okay, so here's the deal. A parody song basically imitates a real song to be funny. But here's the secret ingredient. The joke only lands if you actually know the original song. Your brain makes this instant connection between the serious version and the new, silly one, and that's where the laugh comes from. It's all about that clash.
Now, this is a really important difference to get. Think of it like this. A cover song is like an artist saying, "I love this song so much, I want to perform it too." They're honoring it. A parody, on the other hand, is all about taking that original song and flipping its meaning completely on its head just for laughs. One's a tribute, the other's a total remix.
And you might think parody songs are a new thing, like a YouTube invention, right? No way. People have been doing this for centuries. Way back when, they changed the words to popular folk tunes around the village. Then, once recording technology came along, these funny songs could suddenly reach way more people. And today, well, the internet has basically put that whole process on hyperdrive. A good parody can go viral in a matter of hours.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What's the secret recipe for making a parody that's actually, funny? Because trust me, it's way more than just thinking up a few silly lines.
Writing a great parody is like solving a super clever word puzzle, but set to music. You have to match the rhythm and the rhyme perfectly. You need good puns and wordplay, and there's this really cool trick called phonetic replacement. That's when you swap out a word for another one that sounds almost the same, but means something totally different. It's a classic move. And most importantly, the whole thing needs a consistent theme to hold it all together.
And get this, it's not just about the words. The really professional parodies, they go all out. They recreate the music perfectly. I'm talking the exact same drum beats, the same guitar sounds. Sometimes they even mimic the original singer's voice and accent. That insane level of detail is what makes the joke land so much harder.
All right, we also need to talk about the two main flavors of parody, because not all jokes are trying to do the same thing. You've got your spoofs, and you've got your satires.
So what's the difference? Well, a spoof is really just for a quick, silly laugh, like turning a big, dramatic love song into a song about how much you love pizza. It's just for fun. But satire has a point. It uses humor to criticize something, like maybe changing a pop song to make a comment about how much time we all spend staring at our phones. One is pure silliness, the other is trying to make you think.
You might think artists would get mad about being parodied, but actually, it's usually the total opposite. It's seen as a huge compliment. Why? Because it means your song has become so famous, so much a part of the culture, that pretty much everyone is going to get the joke. It's a real sign that you've made it.
Okay, but wait a minute. A question probably just popped into your head. How is this even legal? Aren't you just stealing someone else's music? Well, there are rules for this. Let's dive into the legal side of things.
The magic words here are fair use. It's a really important legal idea that basically says you can use parts of copyrighted stuff, like a song, for certain reasons. These reasons include things like commentary, criticism, and, you guessed it, parody. It's all about protecting free speech and creativity.
So how do you know if a parody passes the fair use test? Well, the courts usually look at a couple of big things. First, does it transform the original? Does it create something totally new with a new message? And second, does it hurt the original song's sales? And here's the funny part. Most of the time, a huge parody actually helps the original song. It gets everyone talking about it again, which is a total win-win for the original artist.
Okay, so you've got the theory down. You know all the secrets. So, how about you try making one? Let's walk through how you can become the comedian.
It's actually pretty straightforward if you break it down. First, pick a song you know really, really well. Something simple and catchy is perfect. Then, pick a funny topic you know a lot about. Step 3, write the chorus first. It's the part everyone remembers, so if you get that right, you're halfway there. Next, and this is crucial, make sure you match the syllables. Your new words have to fit the beat of the original. And finally, just test it out. Record a quick version and share it with friends to see what parts really make them laugh.
So there you have it, the art of the funny remix. Comedy is all around us, and now you know exactly how to turn it into music. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What's that one big hit song out right now that is just begging to be turned into a parody?